First thing I'll propose, remind yourself why you started keeping your body in the first place. Now that reminder is very, very important because sometimes we forget. And when you forget the goal, when you forget the reason, when you forget why you started off in the first place, it's easy to take the opposite tangent. So please always remind yourself, why was it? What was the reason why you started keeping yourself when every other person out there, was doing the opposite and you chose? Please remind yourself, tell yourself, nothing has changed. Nothing is pressuring me. I am going to uphold these values for as long as it means upholding them. So when you have done that, you would have to reconnect yourself from there. Sometimes we forget and then the temptation sets in. Once that temptation sets in, we fall for it. So please remind yourself and reconnect back to that source. Now, next thing I'll propose to you is to know yourself and you flee, depart from every appearance of evil. We've talked extensively about scripture, and of course, scripture tells us to flee from it. It is not saying that you stand and you kabash. It is not saying that you stand and you struggle. Even when you're using the Bible, even when you're praying, sexual sin is as strong as it can get. And so it's saying that, please flee from it. Fleeing is not just running. It is running and you're almost flying. That's the level at which you have to, just to preserve yourself, because yes, it is as easy as it gets to go the other way. So you have to avoid things like pornography. Avoid things like even erotic movies, not just pornography, because sometimes, we're watching some movies and we're telling ourselves, okay, this is just a movie. But at the end of the day, you realize it was nothing short of porn. Or other media outlets, if you realize that there's a particular channel that would stir up these unhelpful thoughts in you, please flee from them. The next thing I'll propose for you to do is to mind your entourage. It matters a great deal. You know what they say about birds of a feather? They flock together. You do not expect your friends living frivolously to encourage you on this particular aspect. I need you to understand that. What they would do is they would tell you, come and have fun with us. Come and do this. You're missing out on a great deal. That's a lie from the pit of hell. They will jealously trick you into it. So find new friends. You have to change your company. If one hand will cause you to not to get into heaven, cut it off. That's what scripture says. We're talking scripture. We might as well get into all of these different verses that would help you out. So yes, I insist on cutting that company that would corrupt good manners.